Welcome to the stream. I'm doing a stream out of my truck because we had some storms come through here and it fried my modem or router or whatever you call it. So I'm in the process of getting a tech out here and get it done. But in the meantime, I decided to do a live stream because Shelby Life. I live out here in Shelby, Alabama, and I do a lot of videos about Shelby. It's a real sleepy town. Ain't much going on here, not much industry. A lot of people are making it day to day, and that how that works. But I was looking for something. Where is it? Let's see. Yeah, it was a beautiful day today in Shelby. We had a little bit of rain, but it knocked off. Then I went to Richards. My friend Richard Pearson. He's 78 years old, but he bucks like a 50-year-old. He keeps up really well, and so spent a lot of time with him and his friend Doug. And then we didn't make any music today. Normally we do a live stream uh, and make music, but there was a lot going on today. We did some tree trimming because his daughter is moving in about 2 weeks, and it's an 18 by 60 mobile home that weighs approximately 12 tons, which is 24,000 pounds. And they have to put a sort of like an incline. I think they call it a ridge. I'm not sure, but it goes over the septic tank. So it'll have runoff. So you have it's sort of like a decline there. So it has drainage and keeps it dry. So they're moving in about 2 weeks, and that's going to be a trip. It's already hopping. Um, but it's going to be Pudgy, and Rachel is going to be living in there. You saw Pudgy today on one of my streams where we trimmed that white oak with the limbs because there's no way to get that trailer in there unless you trimmed it. So that's where we're at. But my friend Richard, man, what they call him not lizard man, they call him Crocodile Dundee because he always wears a hat that's got crocodile teeth on it. Well, he's all worked up because 12, which is the neighbor across the street, her husband is going to be released from prison in about 2 weeks. And that's going to be fun. They're going to be moving into the trailer across the street. And that's going to be some issues because he's been locked up for grand theft. He's got sticky fingers. So I talked to Richard today, and I have an old gun safe that I don't use, and I'm gonna give it to him tomorrow. I'll hook the trailer up and put the it's like a 6 foot tall gun case by 3 foot, enough to walk in. So that'll be good for him to lock up all his tools and stuff because he's worried once that guy moves in across the street that his stuff's going to come up missing. So I told him the best I can do is to give you that gun safe and put everything in there. So we'll see how that works out. Tomorrow, I'm going to get that trailer, and I'm in the process of moving. I'll be moving to Orlando, Florida, which is about 35 minutes. I'm looking for a place in Apopka, Apoka. I know I spelled it wrong. Apopka, and Apopka is a sort of like a country type suburb of Florida. And so once I sell my place here in Shelby, I'll move there to be closer to my daughter. I have a son here that lives in Calera, Alabama, which I'm not too far from him, but he's grown. He loves his daddy, but he's doing his thing. And that's all that matters, and having fun. Um, and he'll be graduating high school next year and take it from there. But he's a good kid, makes straight A's, and that's my boy. He's a good boy. He's got good mannerism. He's respected. He holds doors. I taught him early to, proper manners and hold doors open for older people. Always stand up at the kitchen table when you're introduced. You don't sit down and shake somebody's hand when they come up to dinner table. You stand up and look them in the eye, shake their hand. But everything's going to be copacetic when that comes to fruition. I'm looking at about maybe, hopefully, in 6 months, I'll be packed up and ready to move to Apopka, because that's the only research that I have in that area that's going to be financially stable for me. It's close to Umatilla, where they had the Florida's natural orange juice there, the orange juice plant. There used to be groves and groves of orange trees. And with the industry and everything, they cut down all the orange trees. And they're building a military base there. Yep, one day at a time. That's all you can do. You can't you can't fill your plate. You got to clear each section and then move on from there. But, in today's world, it's tough when you move and pack up and go to a different location. Um, that's just a part of life, doing that. But I'm looking forward to it. You have no sales tax in Florida. You got semi-good health care for cheap. That's what I heard. And that's always important when you get older. You always want to look out for your health. Here I am smoking a cigar, but that's all I do. It brings me satisfaction. I know it's a bad habit, but I've only started smoking in the past 2 years. I picked it up when I tore my shoulder, and I was in a lot of pain, and cigars kind of took the weight off, per se. But yeah, that move to Apopka, or over there by Umatilla, Florida, I hope to have it happen in about 6 months. On June the 5th, I'm having the thrift store come by with a truck. They came 2 weeks ago and hauled off 2 truckfuls of my furniture, and I gave them just high-end stereo equipment, stuff that I've amassed over my years, and I'm just going to go streamline when I go to Florida. I'm just going to have my synthesizers that I use for my streams, my Art Bell streams, and then I'm going to bring my mixer and 2 monitors and my bass guitar. I have a 1984 Music Man Stingray. I used to play a lot. I've got probably 30 years vested in playing bass, but I don't pick it up anymore. I just mainly do synthesizer work. On my YouTube channel, I have a lot of Art Bell series. I love listening to Art Bell. He talks about you know, different topics that people don't talk about normally. That was back in the 90s. It was a radio program called Coast to Coast. And he would do, he would do, I'm doing a stream out of my truck because my internet is out in the house. I had a problem with the modem. Lightning fried it. And so I'm waiting on a technician to come out here, but I haven't made it that far because on the AT&T website, they do the troubleshooting and everything. It said to unplug the modem from the back and wait a minute and all that crap. I did all that. It doesn't work. So if I go inside my home, I don't have internet. But if I come outside, I have internet through a different service. I have a different phone. So I'm looking forward to doing streams inside my home. I have a beautiful home, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and upstairs that's got white oak floors, and I've got to finish it. Hey, Sunfish for Fish. Well, by God, now cheers. What's up, brother? Sunfish for Fish, thank you for coming and checking the stream out yesterday. We had a good time. About 4 sheets into the wind, but we were doing well. How you been, Sunfish? You good? All snaps. What does that mean, all snaps? Does that mean like that? All snaps. That means things are clicking, right? Oh, just taking care of fish. I bet you're good at it. Do you do aquariums and stuff? Do you set up aquariums? I had a goldfish at one point, and it was almost bigger than the, oh snap means cool, sweet. Right on, right on. I'm down with that. Yeah, we had a good time yesterday. I appreciate you coming and checking out the stream. It was a good time. Hell, we put about a good hour in of a lot of old Western, country and Western. And what do you do for ponds? Do you put fertilizer in the ponds to cut down on the bacteria or algae? Or some sort of pH tester? I don't know much. I mean, I've got my buddy Richards that has a pond, and I know it's a pain in the butt to try to keep that thing clean, because it's always got that not kudzu, I don't know what's called, not plankton, because that's seaweed, some sort of plankton type stuff, algae on top that makes it green, and it's got to be skimmed off. That or a beaver's made it. I don't know. No salt work and UV clarifier. It seems like a salt tank would be easy to clean. I mean, not to maintain, because I guess the salt is a purification. of when the fish do their thing, it goes straight to the bottom, and I guess the buoyancy of the salt is combined with the waste of the fish, and it goes straight to the bottom, so there's not much sediment. I raised them fancy Japanese koi. Oh, I bet they're beautiful. Over here at the Botanical Gardens, they have koi fish that are huge. One flopped out and landed on the flopped. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It just jumped out of the pond there and started flopping, and somebody had to put them back in. But kois are just beautiful fish. They're white and orange. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to salt, especially in fresh water. You talking about brackish water, where the brackish is where the fresh water inlay meets the saltwater channel, and that's where you can catch a lot of redfish there with a net because they're swimming that channel. But I don't know much about fish in general. I know about fishing and different types of bass, brim, crappie, and catfish, of course. But I'm not really a big fish eater. I like mahi on with some pico de gallo and rice. That's what I like. And it's supposedly pretty good for you. I know that if you're off the coast there in California, the Fukushima meltdown, that nuclear plant that was in Fukushima, Japan, when that blew up, all the radiation went into the fish, and the fish swims, of course, and it's caught, and the levels of radiation is just crazy, and people are getting sick off of eating radiation, I reckon. I mean, I know that when you go to the market, a fresh fish has an eyeball that's clear. So when you're shopping for fish in the supermarket, you always got to look at the eyeball. If the eyeball is clear and doesn't have a film of it, it's a fresh fish. If it's got foggy eyes, that means it's been sitting out for quite a while and they just put ice on it. Oh, we like to make blue cat ceviche. Yeah, ceviche is just basically lime juice, tomatoes, onions, cilantro, diced tomatoes, and your fish. Other people can make it different.